Alright, we got pretty much a pigtail put together here. It shows it on the schematics. This black and this black get twinned together. Now I'm not sure if this actually I think gets powered through the switch. So these two light blues, you bring 12 volts to the middle of the three, that's power in, and then everything works off of ground and goes back to the switch. This one will be, I think this one's high, this one's low, this one is part of the ground on the switch, and that's part of the power. So I'm not too sure about this blue one here. Still got to work it out, don't know. I'll have to look at some schematics. I have actually some pictures that I downloaded. Oh, so cute. Where are you, pictures? Come on. Right, here we go. As you can see, wiper motor terminal A. The middle one is the washer pump. Wiper motor terminal C. And then that other free prong there is the ground. You gotta ground the switch, and you have a little better look at it. You have the ground, then you have wiper low, washer's the middle one, and wiper high. So these two here on the low get twinned together, and then I guess that one, that blue, which is this blue, goes to the switch, which I have to get the switch. But right now I have a feed from the American Auto Wire, or whatever it was I got. Easy Wire, that was easy, it wasn't American Auto Wire, it was Easy Wire. And they give you a 12 volt feed. And you don't bring power to the switch, and I thought it was, it's not. This goes to that washer pump and motor. So that feeds in. So I'm gonna make a connector for this to connect onto that, and I'll bring you back when I have the pump mounted. Also on these cars you have a hideaway. It's called hideaway wipers. So what happens is when you shut them off, they don't stop up here. They kind of have it's called a park. On the washer motor, it actually has a revolution, and there's a catch that actually takes them and drives them down one more. So like a lot of the older cars, if you turn it off and it stops here and you can see the wiper, these don't do that. These actually come down and they actually rest. They'll rest on that. They'll be hidden away, kind of like where that is in that position, where they would be, a normal one would be up here like this. These actually hide down. So there's a special adapter plate that you should have, and I did have one, and I thought I lost it, but I found it, so I painted it up and I bolted it onto the firewall. I don't know if you can see it, but that's the hideaway plate. Without that, you won't get the wipers to go down, because what it does is it takes the pump body from the original holes and turns the pump a little bit more, so you get that little extra oomph. Alright, so we're gonna get some butt connectors, and we're gonna get some wiring going here. Some of this has to go back to the switch, so I'll send this through the firewall, and we're gonna make some connectors for this. I'll bring you back when I got it all mounted up. Alright, see you in a bit. Gonna use that on the balls and sockets. Now we're gonna goop it up and put it together, and I'll be back in a bit. Okay, we're bolted in. I just snugged them up. I may have to adjust this. See, as you can see, the elongated pattern here gives you room for adjustment. And then I was looking at the studs here on these stainless bolts, and I might have to cut one. This one does clear, but I think when this arm comes around, I think it's going to be an issue with this one. But either way, I got the air saw out, just in case I need to lop it off, I can. So that's done. Now we're going to wire the... I gotta make a pigtail. I gotta make an extension, actually. This here is the ground. So this has to be grounded to the switch. I gotta make a pigtail here, and then I have to extend these out to the switch, and this is power in. So this power is going to essentially become friends with this one, That will be power into the pump, into the motor. And then these have to come out. There should be 3. There's that short one way back there. Alright, you see it? It's cut. That one is the pump. That's the pump. The squirter gets twinned together with this one, black. And then this blue, dark blue, goes on the top of the high of the switch. This black goes on the low. And then this light blue is the power. So I gotta make a pigtail, so it's gonna be a little while. I gotta get some stuff ready. And I don't think I have any more butt connectors, but we will see. And one step closer. Okay. I am, buddy, I am. I'm enjoying it. Alright, I got it all hooked up, but it doesn't seem to be working. I can hear it clicking and relaying. I'm getting power through the switch back. And I don't know what the deal is. So, I mean, you can turn the key on. Yeah, you have to actually lower the column to get the bezel out. And then you turn this on. You can hear it clicking. But we'll get no turnies. So what we're gonna do is disconnect it. We're gonna bench test it. We're gonna bench test it. So, gonna see what the hell's going on. So, I'm gonna research a little bit more, but I'm gonna pull it off. I'm gonna unhook it from the linkage, pull it off. We're gonna bench test it. So, it's trial and error, man. That's how it goes. But I'm definitely getting power out there, and the switch is definitely working now. It's just, I gotta see why. Maybe she seized up a little bit. I don't know how long it was sitting in his tote, but we'll get it, Dave. And yeah, all the wiring is correct. You have this is a ground, this is low, this is pump, and this is high. So all that seems to be working. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna bench test it to see if it can come out of park. And maybe I have to ground it a little better to the firewall. I don't know if the grounding strap, because I painted it, maybe I'm not getting a good contact on the grounding strap. So we'll just take it off the firewall, unhook the linkage, pull it off, and we'll bench test it, see if it works. So for now it's unplugged, and I don't have to worry about things heating up and forgetting things and then all of a sudden having a fire. So it's 5/16, 3 bolts, 3/8 get the linkage out, and then put it on a bench and see how it tests. All right, bring it back in a bit. All right, upon further review, as you can see, the park mechanism, this latch here, and this tab, as you can see, it's all bent and broken. It's not bent. I mean, it's not broken. It's bent. I'm gonna have to rebend it. So I have to do something here. I don't know what happened, but it never turned. So, did you have an issue with this, Dave? As you can see, a little piece of broken stuff in here. But we'll work it. We'll see what we can do. We'll see if we can fix it. This piece is scary. I don't know where this just came out the side here. So we're gonna try to pull this all apart and rebend stuff, and hopefully we can get it to work, because it looks like it just got mangled. So we'll see. Yeah. I don't know if I have another one in here. If not, worst case scenario, I can just go out and get another one. I was gonna get one anyways, but I do appreciate Dave doing this, man. Even though it is what it is, we can probably get this fixed. We're gonna try. I'm gonna try like heck. And then we will, if we can't get it, then we'll take the next step and get something else. But I'm starting to see maybe where that plastic was part of the parking assembly here, as you can see. Alright, so I'll take this apart. We'll see if we can straighten this stuff out. Maybe we can get it straightened out, and maybe we can get it to work again. So that was the issue. It was all bound up because it was all bent. So, such is life. Sometimes you get the elevator, sometimes you get the shaft. But it's cool, man. We're going to try to see if we can fix this. I think we can. Yeah, I think we got this. Okay, I'm back. I'm just a little addendum here. They give you an actual, they call it a cam alignment tool. You have an access hole there. And on the back side of the gear, you actually have an alignment hole. And I think they want you to align these 2 points. So when you put it on and you're riding on the stud that's provided, which in turn sits in that little channel right there, that little pocket. So if you don't take this step, I think you're going to mess stuff up. So when you get the new washer motor, make sure that you do this step. It's like first and foremost, they want you to do this so you don't mess it up. So it's lined up, it's in its little hole, and it's in its little access hole, and then afterwards you just pop that out, pull it out. So, and then we just place this down like this, and they say they want you to make sure that it's in the park position, which it is, and that tab has to get folded out. It's got to sit outside. So now just put it together. Okay. Alright, what I did now is I pulled the alignment tool out, which is right here. And when I did that, the actual the armature that works the pump back and forth, it just went right back into place. It just went bloop. So I think that is it. And I did find the grommets that essentially the bushings that go inside here. It was like right here with its back turned to me. That's why I did not see it. So we got those. We're going to pop those on. Then I'm going to throw this bad boy in. I'll have to take the linkage arm off of this one and place it on this one. But for now, I just want to get it in place. Put power to it. Power. I want to put power to it. This goes on here like this. This just presses on. In theory. So I gotta press it on. Maybe. There we go. So that gets pressed on like that. And voila. It's done. So I'm gonna throw these bushings on. I think the man assured me that they were the right size. Look at that. You pay for a bushing. Look at that. They trick you. Solid. But that's okay. They never punched it out. This one's okay. So, and I have that third one there. So we have new bushings. We're going to throw this motor on. We're going to power it up. And then we're going to see what's going on and see if it actually turns and moves. And hope it wasn't a bust on my part, you know, by maybe something was hooked up backwards there, but I did everything according to the schematics. Alright, so we'll see in this next clip, I guess. Magic of TV. Alright guys, I got the pump in and I got it to work, but remember I was saying it was a piece of broken plastic on the actual washer pump. I think that's part of it, because you're going to hear it in a second. Do a test run. I can't believe to get the bezel out you gotta drop the column in this car. It's almost as bad as a Ford. Alright, so we have the switches in the off position. That's the pump. Is low. Is high. And that's parked. Essentially it's parking itself. Low. I'm going to put it into park. Boom, it's parked. Alright, so that's it. That motor's working. Now I think the washer pump, I think that broken piece of plastic, that clicking you're hearing, it's either could be one of two things. Either the coil's not engaging and pulling that out, or it's because it seemed like it was really stiff, or it's frozen and it broke in there. That's why it broke. That's why we had that. Probably broke off in there and it went into the gearbox below and it just wreaked havoc on the pump motor. So we have that's working. Gotta hook up the linkage, get the wiper arms on, put the blades on. Maybe get a good test run on it. We're gonna get a new washer pump. I'm gonna order it from O'Reilly's. I think O'Reilly's is my favorite place now. They have everything that I want and need. So we're still going to do a bench test on this, but we're not going to continue any further with this video. We're going to call this part done. Next is the horns. We have, I don't think I needed a turn signal cam, but just in the event that I do, I have one. We have the spring and the little locking collar. I just have to make a piece of wire to go off of that to where the horn plate is, and that'll be done. So this is Mark from the second gen, part 1. We're wiping the slate clean. No pun intended. Be well, be safe, and thanks for watching, commenting, subscribing, and we will see you on the next one. Peace.